Alright guys, Fortminorproject back again in here with another video, and we finally got to get this Q&A started with sxeforever98. And is there anything you want to say before we get started?
No, man, just what's going on, everybody, and thanks for having me on your Q&A video.
Oh yeah, no problem. Alright, so started it off with question number 1. If you could have any title come back, which one would it be and why?
Well, I mean, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to give you two answers for this
Yeah,
question.
that's fine, no problem. Go ahead.
Alright, so the first title, if I had to choose, if they brought back the old ECW back in the day, I would want the ECW title back. And I would also want the Cruiserweight title back, simply because most of my favorite wrestlers on the Raw and SmackDown roster don't get used as much as they should, and they're jobbers. And I think if they brought back the Cruiserweight title, they can have a certain division where everyone gets used to their full potential, just like they do on TNA with the X division. So I thought that'd be a good idea to bring back the Cruiserweight and the ECW Championship.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, and I would have to agree with you because they're both great titles too in itself.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, what is your ultimate dream match?
Well, I mean, I do have a lot of matches that I really want to see, but I'm more of a guy that likes the high flyers, and if I had to choose, I would go for a WrestleMania 27 triple threat match between Evan Bourne, Mysterio, and Cabal.
Oh, nice. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Cool. Now this question right here, I like to ask everybody because I think, this has different stories to it. Number 3, how did you get involved with wrestling?
Well, I mean, I started watching wrestling at the age of like 11 years old, and my friend showed it to me, and I, wasn't really into it as much, but I used to go over to his house a lot and started watching it. I really liked it. I got into like 8th grade, and everybody thought it was kind of uncool to, like WWE because it's all, fake and just whatever. So I stopped watching it for that reason, and I'm, in high school now. I'm a junior next year, and I just got back into it, and my love of wrestling is here to stay. So basically, yeah, my friend showed me, and my family watches it a lot, and that's pretty much how my wrestling story began.
Okay, that's cool. Next question. What stable is your all-time favorite?
They didn't actually do much with this stable, but for the time that it, was there, I liked the Brood with Edge and Christian and Gangrel, and I also liked when they had the Hardy Boys and Gangrel because I thought that made up a cool little mixture of the vampire, and I thought that was kind of cool how they did that. So I'd probably want to see the Brood back in, Gangrel back, and so
yeah, I would like that
Brood
too. Good choice. Number 5. Do you think John Cena will ever turn heel?
Yeah, I do, honestly. There's been a lot of debate between the YWC if Cena will turn heel. In my personal opinion, I would want to see him turn heel simply because I think it'd be better for his character, and a lot of the Cena haters will kind of, maybe starting to follow Cena after he turns heel, and I don't know how they would do it, to be completely honest with you, from his rapper gimmick. I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of his heel rapper gimmick back in the day, but if they do turn him heel, I'd really love to see how they would do it, and the best way to do it would probably have him turn on his team at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's what I think would happen too. I think that would be, a good thing to happen.
Yeah, and you can also see, the Raw team kind of imploding within each other every. Yeah, and you can also see, the Raw team kind of imploding within each other every single Monday Night Raw that's been happening so far. So, I mean, it's kind of leading up to something. I think Cena would probably get sick of his team at some point and, turn on the team.
Yeah, so I think that's what will happen, and hopefully we will get to see that if, Vince actually decides to have John Cena turn heel, which I think would be great. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
Next question I got here is, when do you think The Miz should cash in his Money in the Bank?
I mean, I watched the Gold Standard Triple Zeros video on basically saying that The Miz doesn't need to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase to be able to look like a main eventer. All he needs really to do is to get in the ring with main eventers like Orton, which he did last week. But if I had to say when he should cash it in, they did a Miz and John Cena feud a while back, and the Miz was completely crushed by Cena during that entire feud. And I, would like to see Cena win back the title, and then the Miz cash it in and do the skull-crushing finale on Cena and win the WWE Championship. I don't know when, personally, but I would definitely want to see it be on Cena and have him cash it in then. Most likely, I don't know, maybe the pay-per-view after SummerSlam or whenever Cena comes in contact with the title again, then yeah.
No, that's cool, and I absolutely agree with you with that one. Last question. Who do you think should be the Undertaker's next opponent at WrestleMania?
Oh, God, I mean, I personally don't like The Undertaker too much, but if, I gotta say, really, to end his, basically, I would get more of a mid-carder to get the prestige up of, not the prestige, but the way that, I guess the mid-carder to make him seem more legit, I guess you could say, is to get, I'd probably have CM Punk, not just because of my name and that he's my favorite superstar, but they had a feud and they had an awesome feud back then, but CM Punk was getting buried throughout, a lot of the feud, and he lost his title to Undertaker at Hell in the Cell because of a whole backstage thing with Punk, getting angry at the Undertaker or something like that. But I would probably have to say CM Punk, and if not CM Punk, I would have to say actually, yeah, I'd probably have to stick with CM Punk.
Okay, that's a good choice, and I think that would actually be, a good match, and it would be better than the match that they had at, the previous match, so, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, probably CM Punk, and if not CM Punk, I'd probably have to go with, Kane. I mean, Kane's really over right now, and he is the world champion, but Kane, I mean, it'd make for a cool storyline to see, Kane retire the Undertaker, retire his WrestleMania streak, do all that cool stuff, so probably my choice would be CM Punk or Kane.
Okay, I like your picks, that's very cool. Alright, so that's all the questions I have for you to ask. Is there anything else that you want to say, before we close this thing?
Not at all, man. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Not a problem.
Subscribe to Fortminorproject if you don't, if you already, and subscribe to me and do all that cool stuff. Thanks for having me again, man. I really enjoyed making this video with you.
No problem, man. Anytime.
All right, man.
All right.